Okay, guys, welcome to another episode of the Urban Garden 2020, and I just wanted to show you what the vivarium is looking like. It's really a terrarium, but we have added some live animals, so that makes it officially a vivarium. Okay, as you can see, the bottom we've got right here is probably about another inch of glass. I mean, you can see it's about two, almost three finger widths wide. But at the bottom, there's a crushed coral bed, and then it's finished off with some sand and crushed coral mix. Then a big thick layer of just regular peat moss, and then some topsoil and peat moss mix. But what I really wanted to show you guys was, and he's disappeared on me. We've added two bumblebee dart frogs to our terrarium, and let's see if we can get around here. And oh, there's one. There he is. He's kind of hiding out under there. There he goes. Probably sees me looking at him, and yeah, you can see him right in there. Let's see if we can get a better view. The glass is, there we go, right there. There's one, and the other one was right here. I've added two of them in here, and they get kind of active and start just hopping around. You can see him, he's kind of camped out. That's where he slept last night. I checked him out when the lights went out, and the other one, I don't know where he is, but, or she, I don't really know if they're males or females, but anywho, so this is it. You can see the front of the glass is really fogged up. I just misted the tank a little bit, and the fogger or mister is really keeping a nice layer of fog coming out to keep the humidity up. And our terrarium is staying right around 70 degrees, 73, between 70 and 73 with the lights on. When light goes out at night, we just have a UV light. It's like a black light and a small blue LED, and temperature dropped down to 64-ish, right around there. The humidity's been staying right between 60 and 70%. When I missed it, it goes up above 70, but generally we're looking at right around 60 to 70% humidity. I've got the humidity gauge and temperature gauge up kind of high there, you can see in the corner, so it's probably much more humid down lower where that fog's kind of just hanging around. So we'll go through. We've got our sago palm in the back. We've got our little waterfall back there, the little gator right there on top of the wood. We have a fern, again, some dwarf mondo grass or miniature mondo grass, some dragon's tongue, another fern in the back there, this little variegated tree plant that I have. We've added some moss in. I've also took and added some bamboo, little bamboo shoots. There's one that's variegated, looks really nice, and got two more there. We have the orchid in the back with another fern, some regular mondo grass, and you can see some little, I don't know, clover or something popping up. These two, and you can see there were some little blooms right there. You can see this pink light is just annoying me. It's more of a heater light, but anywho, back there we have our Christmas cactus, and then the bromeliad, and then another bamboo over here, and then there's that little orange variegated plant in the back. I can't remember the names of some of these, but next time I'll do some research. Also added some small crickets in. The frogs, I think, ate the smallest ones. These ones that are a little larger, I'm not sure if the frogs will be able to eat them or not. We got two different size crickets because I was unsure of exactly what size to put in. So I got some extra small and some small, and I think the extra smalls are the way to go, especially with the little bumblebee dart frogs being as small as they are. They are young. The lady at the pet store said they had got them, and they were really small, and they've had them for a couple of months. So I went to Repticon yesterday, and it's a little bit of a disappointment if you're looking for more of the amphibian frogs side. They did have a bunch of the Pac-Man frogs, but from what I've seen everywhere and from what I've been told, the Pac-Man frogs just kind of burrow in and only come out at night to feed. So wanted something a little more active, and the Bumblebee dart frogs, yesterday they were all over the tank. They were climbing around on this wood. They were up there. I mean, they were just everywhere. Today, he's kind of just setting in. Of course, the light hadn't been on, so the temperature is probably going to go up about 3 to 4 more degrees. The other little frog, wherever he is, he may be around here somewhere. I couldn't find him earlier, and then boom, he just popped up in the front. So he could be in the back there somewhere, maybe hunting some of the little extra small crickets or some of the springtails we added or isopods. Not really sure, but he's probably there somewhere just out of my sight. But that's what our vivarium terrarium is looking like. The orchid still looks really nice up there, and everything's looking pretty good. I think the temperature is pretty constant. We may add a different bulb other than that pink bulb, because I thought the pink bulb was more of a heater bulb, but really it's not. So we may swap that out. I may try to take out one of the LEDs and put in a more of a traditional bulb that puts off a little more heat. Just I don't know, that temperature is right around the 70-degree mark, so it may not be too bad. I know the dart frogs really, they don't need super, warm weather. 70 degrees is probably optimal for them, but it got down to about 64, 65 last night. And, it's in the room temperature, that 4-degree swing when the lights go out. Probably isn't too big of a deal. The humidity stayed up, and it is causing my glass. Whenever I fog, I mist the inside of the tank. The inside of the glass just, gets all the condensation and whatnot on it. So I'm trying not to add too much water in to the substrate, just because we want this to be a living soil. I thought about the false bottom and having a drainage and a sump pump down at the bottom to pump the water up so it circulates, but I think that crushed coral at the bottom is going to be fine. I'm not going to have it just soaked. I did dig down when I was putting the bamboo in, just to feel how deep the water, if there was water, a water level in there. And the soil really at the bottom where that crushed coral and sand is wet, but it wasn't like just puddled water, so it is damp. So I think we're kind of we've normalized. The soil is staying fairly damp. Over here it's a little dry on top, which is, that's fine. I'm not dry, but it's not as damp as right over here under the fogger. And I think we're going to be a-okay. I have some more moss ordered. See that giant bed of moss there? There's a couple of patches of moss through, so I ordered some more. There was a little patch right here, and that looks like some mondo grass or something coming in. But and then when I put the mini crickets in, I sprinkled them with their calcium and vitamin supplements. So when I poured them in, some of it got just sprinkled down onto the bottom of the floor or the ground and on some of the plants, which I think is fine. I may come back and mist them a little heavier just to see if I can wash that off. But so far, this is what we're looking at. Everything's going pretty well. The temperatures are pretty constant. Humidity is pretty constant. And I'm going to try to just let it be, see how it goes, and we'll let everything kind of just do its own thing. Hopefully this is a minimal process that we have to do, that I don't have to do a lot of work once we get it going, hopefully. I know we'll have to constantly, feed the frogs and keep tabs on them. And, oh, there, he's kind of come out a little bit. You can see him there. This side's a little foggier than that side. But, anywho, yeah, there he is. So you can see him. Boom. I think he can see me, and not sure. I have to clean this glass. I think they make a glass cleaner for vivariums that'll help just keep the humidity from, uh, you know, condensation and everything down. Oh, there he goes. So he's moving all around. I don't know. Like I said, there's another little frog in here. And I got a good deal on the frogs. They said when they got them, they got a bunch of frogs in and little arrow dart frogs. So I was researching them, because I'm like, they're poison arrow frogs, I guess from Central and South America. Are they going to be poisonous to me? And from everything I've read, most of the poison arrow frogs or dart frogs, they get their toxicity from their diet. So they eat a lot of termites and ants that have, I guess, pretty wicked stings and, toxins in their body, and that causes them to raises the frog's toxicity level. So eating springtails and extra small crickets and some isopods and wingless fruit flies and whatnot, they should be, pretty good. I don't know. There we can see him. He's up on the thing. Oh yeah, that's a good picture of him. Or her, as the case may be. But, yep, I wish the other one were out where we could see him or her. And there we go. But everything's going pretty well. I added this little, that's a watering bulb. I added it in just so if I'm going to work and, and I forget to fill up the reservoir for the fog or a mister, then it's got a little bubble of water to supply it if it drops down to a certain level. So other than that, let me back up here, and yeah, so there we go. And in case you're wondering about dimensions, this is about from here to there. I think that's 26 inches. And from the very top of the tank down to the very bottom was, I think, 28 inches. And we put about 6 to 8 inches of substrate in. So, we got about 20 inches of airspace up top. And then the width of this, I can reach from tip to tip of the tank if I spread my arms out all the way and barely touch the corners. So, it's around, I don't know, 5 feet maybe. I don't know. But it's pretty long. I haven't measured that yet. But I don't have my tape measure in here, I do not believe. Nope. I must have taken it outside. So, anywho, that's what we're looking like as far as the vivarium goes. Kind of an inside winter project since outside has been raining almost every day I've had off work. And today it's clear, still wet from the rain yesterday, but a lot cooler. So, that's what we're looking like, guys. So, if you got any questions, you can post in the comments. I'll be glad to give you any information on what I've been doing here. And there are just tons of projects you can do with vivariums. They have all different sizes, from just small little, like 5-gallon vivariums, or even smaller than that, all the way up to you can get a large aquarium, or they have some large vivarium glass enclosures that are pretty simple to set up and use, so you don't have to go all out with this kind of substrate and everything. You can make it more, just where you have some of the mosses, and something like a bromeliad can, doesn't have to be planted in a substrate like this necessarily. So, anywho, that's what we're looking like. I hope you guys have a great day. It's Sunday here, and I'm going to hopefully get out and try to mulch some leaves. There's like a full layer of leaves down on my grass, so we'll see what we can do there. Anyway, y'all be safe. Christmas is coming up, so I hope you all have a great holiday and enjoy the Christmas season. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Be safe.